Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and the video I did the other day about David Lade, a bunch of people chimed in a conversation talking about gear and stunting growth. And let's clarify that, because I want people to actually be educated about this stuff, to make educated choices, educated risks, to actually understand what's going on. Now, the stunting growth thing is one of the reasons I tell people that if you're under 21 years old, you shouldn't even really be considering this. It's not really an option for you, and that's one of the risks, but it's not the only one. But the fact that, yeah, gear can stunt your growth. Does it mean that all types do? No, absolutely not. Only about 50% of them can stunt your growth. Basically, the ones that elevate estrogen levels, that elevate E2 levels, can cause your epheseal plates to seal off so that your bones stop growing. And with men, you continue to grow, your bones grow, and you get taller, sometimes only another inch or so from your teens, sometimes several inches. But you continue to grow until the age of 21. And if you seal those epheseal plates off with elevated estrogen levels, yeah, there is a chance. Is it a guarantee? No, but it is a chance. It's a roll of the dice that you're going to stop getting taller. And for a lot of guys, that's a big deal. For a lot of guys, that's a confidence issue. Some guys out there would give a lot for an extra inch of height. In fact, that could affect some men's confidence enough that they might not get girls. So a lot of you guys are worried about, oh, maybe if I go do some gear or whatever to help me get girls when you're a teenager. No, don't worry about that. Go ahead and get that extra inch of height. Don't worry about building some temporary muscle to impress girls. In fact, if you're a teenager in high school, if you're just trying to look good and be confident, just train hard, get good nutrition, get plenty of sleep, and you'll look better than 95% of the guys who go to your school. Don't worry about it. You don't need to go that far. Now, the other problem you run into, a lot of guys will then say, well, wait a minute, the stuff that doesn't convert into estrogen, couldn't I just do that and take zero risk of that happening? Yeah, that is true. You could. However, the problem you have is that it's a black market substance you're taking. You're buying something off the black market. You cannot guarantee what is in there. There is no guarantee, and I'm talking even some of the really good labs out there, you'd be surprised. In fact, I've seen that happen to a female friend that I knew, a competitor. Even when I lived over in the UK, she started getting the wrong side effects from something she had purchased on the black market, and she went and took it down and got it lab tested, and sure enough, the product that she got was not what she paid for. It was not labeled correctly. They sold her something cheaper, and one of the things that they sold her, it was supposed to be something that didn't convert into estrogen, and the product that they sold her actually does convert into estrogen, and she paid premium money for it, and it was a very, very well-reputed lab. So it's still black market, so unless you're getting this stuff from a medical doctor with a prescription, and the odds you're going to find a medical doctor, if you're a teenager, willing to prescribe some of this stuff to you, slim to none. So no matter how you do it, you are rolling the dice, and odds are it's probably not worth it. The only exception to this stuff I ever tell people is if you're going to become like an NFL player or something. If you know you're going to get a $5 million contract, then by all means do what's necessary. But that's about the only reason. And a lot of guys will chime in and say, but what about bodybuilders? All these pro bodybuilders, most of them wouldn't be where they were if they hadn't started when they were teenagers. Yeah, but most pro bodybuilders can't even make a living with what they do. Do you really want to take those sort of risks as a teenager to hopefully try to go into a profession that only 1% succeed at? And even those who succeed at it oftentimes only earn a mediocre living. Only the top 5 in the world out of the 1% that turn pro actually make a really good living doing it. And I understand that there's some of them who are making really good money, but we're talking far less than 1% of people who dedicate their life to that endeavor, and it's probably not worth it. Odds are you're not going to be that one. I wouldn't gamble on it personally. I would recommend that you not do so. And remember, guys, you don't necessarily have to go pro in any of that stuff to make money, which also means if you don't have to go pro, you also don't have to start using gear and things before the age of 21. I mean, look at Jerry Ward. He just failed this weekend to earn a pro card. He took absolute last place at some show, didn't get his pro card. This guy's been an amateur for like 20 years, right? But he's still successful at other endeavors. He's still making a living without turning pro, still in the industry. I mean, he's got a girl, he's got a house. Can you even say that for all pro bodybuilders? Probably not. So there you go. Jerry Ward is proof that you can place dead last and try to earn a pro card for 15, 20 years and fail at it and still actually be successful in this industry if you're still able to market yourself. So again, you guys who even want to make it in that area, you don't need to be obsessed with turning pro. It's probably not worth it. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.